Hey, it is Cody from the Keepers of Nerdom. How are you all doing today? So this will be episode 5, Wan Kenobi review. Let's just get it out of the way. This was better than other episodes. That's a fair thing to say. It was still terrible, but it was better than other episodes. The good in this episode, okay? We get to actually see some connection to Reva's backstory, so we actually connect her to what she is, which helps actually appreciate the character. We get an epic, this is all spoilers by the way, okay, all spoilers. We get an epic use of the Force by Darth Vader. Very, very cool, pulling down a starship and ripping it open. Really cool. But then we also get an awesome, epic, not lightsaber battle between Vader and Reva. Okay, those are really cool things. These are awesome things. There are interesting pieces there. You know, I'm gonna make this a very long video. It's just that simple, because here's the things that got really weird and negative. Okay, so first off, oh man, let me make sure. They say it's going to take several hours to fix the doors, right? And it appears either Leia was up in the ductwork for hours, or she was up there for 15 minutes. Not really sure, right? I have no clue. So there's that. That doesn't make sense. Obi-Wan talks with Reva through the thing, and that's fine, they talk, but then all of a sudden she can get through it with her lightsaber like it's nothing. And they fight, and the plot armor is literally showing in the episode where stormtroopers are dying and dropping, and for the first 30 seconds of the battle, when all the rebel, not rebels, are sitting out there shooting, and they're not undercover or anything, nobody's dying for the first 30 seconds. And finally somebody gets hit and they drop, and it's like, stormtroopers are dying. They're not as bad of shots as rebels, okay? They would be better shots. They have been trained. This is stupid. And so we have this. We have a touching scene with eventually the Imperial officer, rebel chick, sacrificing herself. But again, why doesn't... She's gotten shot, so probably she's going to die. But at the same time, this is Star Wars, where apparently you can get stabbed through the chest and walk it off in a week. And so, or even 3 days. So there's that. It doesn't make sense, because why wouldn't you just throw the thermal detonator? Also, the robot that we're supposed to love and care for, he gets shot a lot later on and keeps operating for a decent amount of time, and finally just powers down, and you're like, he got hit a lot. He should already have exploded. Obi-Wan gets a message from Bail Organa. It's literally a voicemail that if anybody else hears that, they're going to know everything about this entire hidden thing. It is the dumbest plot point I've ever seen in my life, where he actually just says, they're going to find out about the kids and Tatooine and da-da-da-da-da. Like, he tells almost everything other than just names. And actually, at the same time, I think he mentions Leia. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Dumb. I will say this. It's gotten to the point where I just don't even care anymore, because the show has lost its mind, even when it has a better episode because of a few good things. It's terrible because the writers have no clue what they're doing, and you just have to laugh anymore because it's that bad. So, let's see. There's my Y-Wing behind my head. Funny. Obi-Wan gives all of his stuff to the fake Jedi guy in preparation for potentially dying, and then he makes a deal with, or at least staying behind, with Reva, and then literally just betrays her and leaves, which is, I'm hoping that was part of the deal. Otherwise, she's going to go hunt him down, and or Luke, because she gets a hold of the communicator at the end and sees the message, and you're like, yep, right here, this is stupid. Okay, so Vader comes down to... Oh, wait, before we get to that, Leia does get the door open and things. She figures it out, and then sees her little droid thing that tries to stop her for a second, and then she pulls off the little beeper thing on it and turns the eye, which nobody noticed that? Seriously? How did nobody notice the red eye? In the last episodes, they were together. She loves the little droid. She didn't play with it for 2 seconds? Stupid. Anyway. Yeah. So that happens. And then Vader comes down. Reva is going to betray Vader. So after Vader rips open the ship. And it's like, if you want to make this good scene, somebody made a good point on the internet, you just have her attack him as he's doing the ship stuff and pulling the ship back down to the ground. Not after. It's stupid. And also, somebody else on the internet made a good point. Why not just ignite your lightsaber when it's close to their back? Taking a swing and yelling is giving them more time. And it leads into a really cool scene of Vader essentially fighting her without using a lightsaber and just force powering. And it's really cool. It looks great. But then she gets stabbed, and somehow she survives, and lo and behold, shocking, the Inquisitor, Flathead McGee, is still alive. Whoop-de-doo. And they've known this whole time who she was, what she was doing. And so it begs the question, if you knew and you had Leia in the base, why wouldn't you as Vader have just stayed in the base in the earlier episodes to trap Obi-Wan? If you knew she was going to try to betray you. This is stupid. This is all stupid. Now, side note. After this happens, right, you know, she sees the little what's left of the message from Bail Organa. Again, dumb, but whatever. So then they're up in the ship, and Obi-Wan and Leia and all them, and Obi-Wan gets told that their hyperdrive isn't working and they're being chased. So two things. This episode feels like it has a literal copy, cut and paste scene from, was it episode 9, where Rey tries to save Chewbacca and then destroys it with lightning after force pulling it for a bit, and then freaks out and then watches the ship, another one, fly past afterwards. It's like a cut and paste of the same episode or spot. And then after that, we get this, our hyperdrive's not working. Are we going to have a chase scene next episode that's just episode 8 all over again? Is that what we're going to have? I mean, I didn't care the episode before this. And this episode, I was like, hey, there's some really cool stuff, and I enjoyed it. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, there are issues in here. There are things that should not be happening, that they should not let go through. And the writers, the people that are in charge of this. Oh, there is one other good thing. There is a good positive also. The going back before Attack of the Clones, where it's a training fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan. That's a great scene. The only problem with it is they don't de-age Hayden Christensen very well at all. And, you know, Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor, you can still tell as well, but it's a little bit more okay just because he was an adult at that point, whereas Hayden Christensen was young, right? And he looks old, but he's trying to be portrayed as a Padawan still. It's just funny, but it's a really cool scene and a good conversation and good fight, actually. And that was the first time we've gotten a good lightsaber actual fight, truly, in this show. Was a look back in history. So, anyway, what do you guys think of episode 5 of Obi-Wan? You've heard my thoughts at this point. I didn't care last episode, and now I'm totally just checked out, and like I'm just going to laugh at the silliness of it and rant on here, because why not? So, yeah, Star Wars. It's going great. All right, what do you think? Give me your thoughts and comments in the comments down below. Bye, y'all.